Marshall Mathers LP dropped in the year 2000, it wasn't just another rap album. It was a cultural earthquake. Eminem already made noise with Slim Shady LP, which if you haven't checked, I did a review on that. Check that out. This album took things up several notches. This record became a perfect storm, a fusion of pop star magnetism, elite production, next level lyricism, and unapologetic shock value. Everything aligned at the right moment as the result was explosive. At the center was Eminem himself, a pop icon with rap battle, skill set, with the bleached blonde hair and sarcastic grin. He stood out visually, but it was his ability to switch from absurd humor to brutal honesty that made him magnetic. He didn't just rap, he provoked, he entertained, he challenged people's comfort zones. Of course, backing him was Dr. Dre, one of the greatest producers of hip-hop history. Dre gave the album its sonic power, brooding cinematic beats that framed Eminem's chaotic energy perfectly, from the haunting storytelling of Stan to the aggressive defiance of The Way I Am. Dre's production gave the record a polished, powerful backdrop at M's lyrical fire. Speaking of lyrics, the Marshall Mathers LP showcased Eminem at his creative peak. His rhyme schemes were intricate, his flows unpredictable, and his storytelling was razor sharp. Whether he was crafting a dark tale, of course, with Stan, or lashing out at fame or critics, or even just, the song about Kim, which we all know about, Eminem was a lyrical technician. He was controversial, yes, but he was undeniably talented. Now, here's where the cultural impact really hits. Eminem was in many ways a hip-hop equivalent of Marilyn Manson. Both artists were lightning rods for controversy. Both were accused of corrupting the youth, glorifying violence, pushing the boundaries of art way too far, and both had conservative Christians, parents groups, and politicians rallying against them. Outside the record stores and concert venues, protesters held signs demanding bans, warning the moral decay. They said he was dangerous, that he was ruining America's kids. But just like Marilyn Manson, the outrage only fueled the fuel to the fire. The more they tried to silence him, the bigger he got. For fans, he wasn't just a rapper. He was a voice of those who felt ignored and misunderstood. And it all came at the right time. That's the thing you got to understand. At this time, shock value was massive. You had shock jock DJs, you had shocking video games, you had violent movies. Like, everything was just chaotic, and it was great because there was no canceling of anything. It was just whatever's happened. People were upset about it, but nobody got it canceled, and nobody, it was just one of those things where it just came at the right time. And even if you look this up, the shock jocks, Opie and Anthony, ended up playing this album a day before it's released, when there was supposed to be, I think K-Rock or somebody was supposed to play it, but they were just like, no, we'll go ahead and play it like a day before it was supposed to drop. And so they had their own controversy. So if you want to look that up, check out Opie and Anthony and Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP, where they played it first, and then at one point they got a cease and desist, and they were reading it over while listening to the album. It was hilarious. All right, so let me kind of get back. And it all came at the right time. The early 2000s pop landscape was dominated by boy bands, bubblegum hits, and carefully packaged stars. Eminem cut through all that like a buzzsaw. He was wild, unpredictable, and raw, and the contrast exactly why he blew up. So, in the end, Marshall Mathers LP wasn't just a record. It was a moment in time, a collision of talent, controversy, timing that shook up the music world. It was a lightning in a bottle, a perfect storm, and it left a mark that's still being felt today. If you haven't listened to this album, what are you doing? Check it out. Let me know what you think. It's wild. It's crazy. I still listen to it today. I don't listen to it very often, but when I do, I'm just like, man, it's so talented. So good. Such a great album. Check it out. Let me know what you think.